We've been saying this actually for decades already,
Yeah.
no? But it really is quite, the math really is that simple. I mean that the poorest with the least access, who can least afford it, are the ones who are having the most children.
Yes, they have 4 or 5 children, but now it's going down below 5. No? So there is progress, but it's not enough. And we always compare ourselves to a country like Thailand, or maybe, if you want, South Korea. In 1969, when the population program of this country started, when POPCOM was first created, Thailand had a population of 35 million. The Philippines, 34 million. We had a smaller population than Thailand.
This was in
69.
1969.
And South Korea had a population of around 31%.
Okay, but more or less we're all on the same plane, so it's a good starting point.
We were all in the same situation. Come 50 years later, or a little less, maybe 2017, that's the latest figure that we have. You have Thailand with a population of 69 million. That's double what they had, little over double what they
Over
had
50
in
years.
50 years, 50 years ago. Korea has 51 million. That's 1.6 times bigger. The Philippines, 107 million. That is 3 times we've had 3 times the population of countries that we were in the same situation 50 years
And
ago.
the divergence is caused
Because they
by
had
what?
a
It's
very
just
good
policy?
family planning program.
No,
And
but
they
what does
stuck to
what does that mean? Mas maraming condom doon? I mean, what does that mean? Mas maraming condom. They were more liberal in more progressive in talking about population management. Were the people more educated? What happened?
Well, there was a convergence of this policy with a real, honest-to-goodness implementation of a population program centered on a good family planning program. And they offered all the modern methods. No? In Thailand, you could get it.
Modern
get a
means
condom.
everything other than rhythm.
Not rhythm, not withdrawal. You know, the most popular method now is withdrawal, actually, for the non-scientific, non-modern. So those countries, if you ask them, the traditional methods are almost zero. Most people are just using modern family planning methods. So year on year, right now, Korea and Thailand add around 200,000 people every year. We're still adding 2 million every year. And the result is, in ASEAN, we have the highest fertility. We have, I think, next to Laos and Myanmar, we are the 3rd highest in terms of poverty at 21%. No? And Indonesia, which is much larger than the Philippines, has a poverty rate of 10%, where we're at 21. So, and Indonesia, their population growth rate and fertility is 1.2 and 2.3, well below what we have.
Okay.
So I think the evidence is there that we have now responsible parenthood, reproductive health law.
Okay.
We should just implement it as quickly and as strictly and as rigorously as we can.
Okay. And then
We have a small window to get it done.
Talk to us about, you wanted to talk about some key strategic interventions and key strategic innovations that you think might make a difference.
Yes, in the past, we were focusing so much on service delivery and neglecting the demand generation side, meaning we were not giving enough information out there, encouraging women to go for services, no? Because the focus was so much on one side. So we're, in an even-handed way, both DOH and POPCOM will join hands and come up with a co-managed program where our demand generation works well with service delivery by local governments. We will engage civil society, even the private sector in the next few years, really ramp up the program and make sure commodities are available where they're needed. Right now, we're seeing maybe 60-70% of health centers having adequate supplies, but that means 30% are not having that. Women have to go round and round to find that. We want 100% availability of family planning. We'd like to start this year and have it really ramped up next year. And The reason we're doing this basically is there's going to be a demographic crunch, you might say. If we don't achieve a good fertility level by 2025, very soon by 2035, we'll be seeing the population aging. So we'll be fighting a demographic battle in a way, on two fronts, no? Where you have high fertility and an aging society coming together at the same time.
And that's literally us.
That's what's going to happen to us by 2035.
Okay.
So we want to have a window of development wherein if we get to that rate, economy grows, we can probably reach higher GNPs per capita, GNI per capita, and approximate at least the countries in our region who got there way before us. Thailand in the 1990s did it. We're about 30 years late.